What's up, guys? CliffBeats, no script, off the rip. You guys have me on some comedy. I was going to say the S word, but I have to be careful with YouTube. I know they reverse the cursing, but with me, they don't like me. I don't know. I'm a non-trustworthy content creator. Spirit fingers. We got Ralphie May gave Matt Rife too many edibles clip from the Bertcast. All right, we're going to check this out. You guys asked for it. I don't know what I'm walking into. I know who Matt Rife is, I believe. He's the young dude that's been coming up, right? Who calls himself a lesbian all the time. He's hilarious. And we all know who Bert Kreischer is. But is Ralphie May in this? We'll find out. Make sure you go show love to all the artists. This is on Bert Kreischer's channel. Throw him a like, go subscribe. Make sure you are still subscribed. I would love to have you too. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Comment down below, and let's go.
The first time I ever had a weed edible, I thought I was never going to touch weed ever again. I was on tour with Ralphie May, and we were doing his tour bus up and down the West Coast.
Yeah,
and had never had weed before, and he would do it all day, every day. So I was like, well, a little bit wouldn't hurt me. And he was taking.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Matt. But I was going to say, if it's your first time ever smoking or eating weed, smoke weed first, because when edibles are way stronger. Certain enzymes release. Someone's going to correct me in the comment section down below, but your liver produces certain enzymes that intensify your high. I see liquid death next to him.
And he would do it all day, every day. So I was like, well, a little bit wouldn't hurt me. And he was taking Chiba Chews, fucking heavy edibles.
That's an edible.
Yes. So he was like, just take one of these. Took one. We're in like Sacramento, I think. And 45 minutes goes by. My entire body is fucking numb.
Yeah.
And he's like, you okay, Maddie? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking freaking out. And I was like, how much was that? It was like 100 milligrams. I know now you only need 10 to like feel good.
You only need 5 if we're going to be real.
But he was doing like 4 or 5 of them at a time. Granted, his size,
He's 600 pounds.
Yeah.
So wait, get me from Atlanta to Ralphie.
So oddly enough,
don't leave any steps out, but get me from Atlanta to Ralphie.
Oddly enough, Ralphie was before Atlanta. Ralphie was the first person I was ever supposed to do a guest spot for at Hilarities in Cleveland. I had been doing stand up for like 4 months, and this was a time when Twitter was like
fucking great club. Great club.
Love that club. I ended up playing.
Nick is the fucking best.
The coolest
That is one of the greatest clubs in all of this country.
The crowds are always good. I don't think I've ever had a bad show at Hilarities.
I don't know what you're doing if you're in Cleveland right now. I don't care who's performing there this weekend. Go see a show at Hilarities. Whoever's there is going to be amazing, and you'll have a great experience.
Food's fantastic. The strip there is great to do stuff before and after.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely go check it out. Yeah. I was in stand-up for like 4 or 5 months, and this is when Twitter was like pretty new. Like everyone, you could get a hold of anybody. So I would just I tweeted to Ralphie, and I was like, hey, I see you're going to be in Cleveland on this date or whatever. Can I do a guest spot for you? I heard that's like the thing to do.
Yeah.
And I hadn't done a guest spot for anybody yet. And he was like, yeah, sure, come through. But I was so young. I think I was still 15 at the time.
That's putting in the work, though. That's like putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's dope.
And my mom was obviously new to it as well. And she was the one who was going to take me up there. And I remember it was like 2 months out. And over the course of like the following month, she just kept making me ask him questions like, what time do I need to be there? Do my parents need to get tickets? Where are they going to be sitting? Like, I was just bombarding him with questions. And he was like, hey, man, I think it's a bit too much. Maybe we try this another time down the road. I was fucking devastated. I ran to my room, slammed my door. I was like, you ruined it for me. Ralphie May hates me.
Yeah.
Fast forward to maybe a year goes by. I'm 16. He's doing a theater in Youngstown, Ohio. My grandparents live up there. So I was like, hey, can we try it this time? Never performed at a theater before. I get there. He pulls up in the bus. My mom's there with me. And theater, I think, held like 750, something like that. Smaller theater, but theater nonetheless. And before I go on stage, he hands me $100 bill. And I was like, oh, no. Like, I don't want to pay it. I'm just happy to meet you.
He's like, no, go get me Coke.
Yeah. Like, that's going to make him skinny.
Yeah, as soon as I said Coke, I was like, why would I say Coke? I should have said chicken tenders. Run up to McDonald's and I don't want a penny of this back.
I'll be off in 2 hours. Be back with the sauce.
I want to take this to Taco Bell and tell them to fucking surprise me.
Hands me $100 bill. I'm like, no, I'm like just so thankful for the spot and to meet you, whatever. And he goes, no, Sam Kennison gave me a $100 bill for my first guest spot ever. So I wanted to return the favor. I want to make sure you do the same thing when you're older in a position to do the same for somebody else.
sadly, when you do that to someone, they're gonna go, "Who the fuck's Sam Kinison?"
Yeah, exactly. Even I had to Google. If I'm being honest, I had to Google. I was like, oh yeah, he's the best.
Oh, I love Sam Kinison.
He's the funniest. He's such a nice guy. Calm. I love his calm demeanor.
And I only know about Sam Kinison from you guys, and then also hearing Joe Rogan talk about Sam Kinison.
So go off stage, do like 7 minutes. It was so much fun. He fucking crushes, obviously. And then I think like 6 months later, no, maybe closer to a year later, I'm 17. I'm planning on moving out to LA. He's at some, I forget what other theater he was doing in Ohio, but he let me open for him again. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move out to LA. And he was like, don't do that. He was like, don't go to LA until like they're asking for you. And I didn't wait. I did move out there, and then I booked Wild 'N Out like 6 months after moving there. And when I first moved to LA and I was like, couch surfing, he used to take me to restaurants for lunch, and he'd make me order like 6 meals. And he was like, eat one now, the rest you can take home with you. So he would like buy me food for the week, basically.
I wish he wasn't dead, because I have so many. Like I love it. Ralphie's like, in my visual, he's like, hey, we're both gonna order 6 meals. So we have
yours is for later.
Yeah, you save yours for later, and that's what I'm gonna tell her I'm doing with mine. Okay, just so it doesn't look weird.
He was the dude.
He's like, and then he's like, order 6 meals and save them later. And he's like, oh, what do we got over here? All right.
By the time we're done, I have like 3 meals left.
Yeah. And he ate the
like,
one that I ordered for myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was the nicest. When I was still in Ohio around Christmas time, he used to let me drive down to Zany's in Nashville, because he had a Nashville spot as well. Yeah. And he would always do shows there around Christmas time. He would let me drive down, open for him, get like the $100 from the club or whatever. Yeah. And then he would tip me like an extra $500-$600 so I could like buy my family Christmas presents and stuff like that. Just the nicest fucking guy, man.
He was the nicest guy. He was the nicest. I really miss him.
Okay, so that clip didn't have too much to do with the edibles, but I do like that they shed a little bit of light on Ralphie and who he was as a person, because I've heard little things here and there. I'm in no space to with his shirt off. It's hilarious because he'll be like, yeah, I'm jacked. No, you're not. You're fat. It's okay though, man. Accept your body. Love your body. But no, I was gonna say, I like hearing stories about people and how kind they were. And it always seems like the good die young. And yeah, man. From what I heard, Ralphie was a stand-up guy, no pun intended, but I did hear he was a stand-up guy, and doing that for Matt Rife is very nice. I wanted to hear more about the actual edible trip, but I guess that's maybe that's something you just don't want to recall. But I don't know why this was requested, because people were telling me he was going to tell me about this. This clip, this exact URL was sent to me, so if anybody's wondering, that's why I watched it. It was a request that I've been holding back on for a while that I wanted to get to. But it was still interesting to say the least, though, because I wanted to be able to, it's nice seeing comedians just talk. I love the movement that, we could officially say, I guess Howard Stern, but Joe Rogan basically started with all the comedians coming together and not really being against each other, and they're all working together. And I truly love it, man. I think it's it's a great, if you are a comedian and you're watching this, I think it's a great time to actually jump into the field and give it a shot and fucking fall on your face over and over again. And, it seems to be an amazing community to be a part of now. You just have to move to Texas. You don't have to move anywhere, but yeah, man, if you guys have any videos you guys want me to see, just comment down below, subscribe, let me know, and I'll get to it right away. But Bert Kreischer is fucking hilarious in his own. I want to go see his new movie, what's it called? It's not called The Machine. I know he's called The Machine, but the movie might be The Machine. I don't remember, but it's got Mark Hamill in it. My dad sent me the trailer to it the other day. I'm like, yeah, Dad, I know it's coming. My dad's like, this would be us if we went on our next trip together. I was like, we've never been on a trip since I was 16. You took me to Florida in this raggedy ass plane. I thought I was going to die. That's why I have a problem with flying now. Ever since, dude, I got on this fucking jet. I don't know if it was a jet. I think this plane was from like the 1960s. This thing had duct tape on this bitch. It seated like 12 passengers. No, it wasn't. I thought maybe it was Spirit Airlines or something worse. I don't know. Like Pirate, maybe missing half the words. Is it Pirate Airlines instead of Spirit? Oh, I thought I was going to die. I seriously thought I was going to die. I was sitting in my seat and the plane was going like a fucking robot moving up and down. And I was just doing this. And I was like, oh my God. When we landed, I was like kissing the ground, like, thank you, Jesus. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad experience. We had a good time in Florida, but yeah, that was like my last vacation. I actually took like a vacation I actually took when I was like 16 years old. Oh man, good times. I remember like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I stole a cigarette from my dad. Dad, you're probably watching. I stole a cigarette from like my dad's pack of cigarettes. I had no lighter. So I was like trying, and my dad like left. He like left to go walk through some haunted houses or something. I probably went to go smoke some weed or something. And I was trying to light a fucking cigarette. So I plugged in the iron, you iron your shirts with. I could not light this fucking cigarette for the life of me. There was no stove. I didn't want to light it inside because you couldn't smoke inside. So I was like, what the fuck? So I started walking around the facility. And I think my dad seen me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I was just going for a walk. I didn't get to smoke the cigarette. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Except for that fucking plane trip, man. That plane ride was awful. I gotta figure out. Dad, what the fuck kind of a plane were we on? What was that? It seated no more than 24 people. I think there was 12 people on that plane. It was the smallest, dinkiest plane for a 2-hour flight. I swear to, I felt like I was on one of those planes that goes across the ocean when you like go to Alaska or something. You know what I'm talking about? The water planes, but it wasn't a water plane. It was a jet. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Show love to the original artist. Go to Matt Rife's channel. Throw him a sub. Same thing for Ralphie May, and same thing for Bert Kreischer. That'd mean the world to me. I know Ralphie's passed away, but it would help benefit his family. I'm sure they own the rights to that channel. And I'd love to have you too. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what I have to see. I'm always down for clips. I'm always down for full specials. I just have to break them up into different videos and stuff. But I love you guys. Stay safe. Follow me to the next one. Anybody here going through anxiety, depression, panic attacks, PTSD, addiction, bad plane flights. If you're going through anything, please reach out to me. I'm here for you guys 24/7. I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for you or these amazing comedians, man, and all these amazing artists. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're uncomfortable reaching out to me via Instagram, you're more than welcome to reach out to me on Discord or reach out to the whole. We have a community there, and it's a great place to network. We have like 1,000 people in there, and everyone just looks out for one another. Great place to hang out. I promise you, great place to hang out. Also, I'm doing paid for donations over on Patreon. That's how I'm finding out a lot about these other artists, music-wise, comedian-wise. It's not that I'm trying to skip them on YouTube. It's that I have so many requests backed up from the last 2 years. To skip in front of that, paid for donations on Patreon is the only way to really grab my attention because you're putting your hard-earned money into it. And I don't even want your money. I'll do them all for free, but that's how you skip the line, to be honest with you. But if you be patient with me, I'll get to them all over time. I love you guys. Stay safe. Follow me to the next one. Show love to all the artists. I just keep repeating myself. Don't ask me why. I'm thinking of having flashbacks. I'm having PTSD to that plane ride. All right, follow me to the next one. I love you guys.